Hey friends, welcome back to Knitcase Designs. If you're just joining us, my name is James and I am the soap maker here at Knitcase Designs. Today I know I promised you guys a video doing more sample batches of the scents that I got from Rustic Essentials, but I'm taking a deviation because I really want to make this design that I've been thinking about for a while. I want to remake the design for one of my soaps. It's the white sage and sea salt. I've posted it here before. I normally make it with natural indigo powder, and I do kind of like a layered on the corner, like this really cool ombre soap, and then put some sea salt on top. And while I absolutely adore that design, I just want to try something different. I got a new mold to give it a go in. I wanted something tall and narrow, so I got this guy on Amazon. I can't remember how much this cost. I literally just got it. Jeez. Memory. Whatever. Sorry about it. I'll let you know in the comments. I'll put a link in there. But I love tall skinny soaps. Royal Appleberry makes tall skinny soaps a lot, and I think they're just super fun, and I never make tall skinny soaps, so I really wanted to give it a try. But for colors, I'm going to be using Caribbean Blue Mica from Nurture Soap, and then their, what is it? Dark Navy Blue. Gorgeous. I love that. I love navy blue. And then just some titanium dioxide to contrast. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of experiment with making this partially a salt bar. So I've got a mixture of pink Himalayan sea salt and just regular dead sea salt. And I'm going to separate off some of the soap. And I'm going to make the bottommost layer the navy blue layer. So like, you know, ocean layers, right? The deepest. And then I'm going to add a good amount of that salt to it before I pour it. And that's going to be convenient and stressful because I've never done that before. And we know that James likes to do things he's never done before, and then they backfire, and then we're up shit's creek. Anyway, but I'm going to give it a shot. The cool thing about it is, if it works out the way I want it to, it'll solidify in the bottom pretty quickly, because salt tends to accelerate the trace. And then I'll be able to layer the other bits on top without disturbing the bottommost layer. So that's my goal, and I'm hoping it sets up fairly quickly because, as we know, titanium dioxide, which I'll be using in the main body of the soap, does accelerate trace. So if I want something nice and fluid, then I have to work pretty quickly because I am soaping at about 120 degrees today, a little bit higher, probably like 124, which this fragrance oil, I've done this soap a handful of times. It does absolutely nothing to the trace. If anything, it decelerates the trace, like it stays fluid for a good amount of time. Last time I made this, it stayed fluid for a really long time, which made it kind of hard because I wanted to put the sea salt on top, but it was sort of like not working and it kept sinking and it was crap. Anyway, so as you can see, I've got my oils here all ready to go. My lye is right here ready to go. I'm going to add my kaolin clay because I put kaolin clay in everything. About 2 tablespoons in there. And then we'll blend that in before we get going on the main soap. Stick blender. This takes a hot minute. I totally should start doing this like beforehand, and I want to, but I feel like I need to give you guys more things to look at, and so here we are. Isn't this entertaining? I'm so entertaining. So I have been getting some more questions about like if I sell wholesale or when I'm going to start selling. And guys, it is happening. I promise. I'm working on it. the thing is, I suck at photography, and I mean, people buy pictures before they buy the soap. And without a strong like retail option to like sell them through, I pretty much have to take the best photos imaginable before anyone's going to buy them. That being said, I have found a really good trick that I've been using. Just kind of actually, honestly, using this tripod and just sort of holding the soap up gets me some pretty good light. I ordered, or I will be ordering, a halo light just to kind of help with my videos, because I feel like the light kind of changes in here and I don't like it. But it'll happen. We're getting there. Baby steps. Alright, so my kaolin clay is nicely incorporated, so I'm going to go ahead and just throw in my lye and we'll get going. Boom, skadoom. Lye off to the side. I do want to get this just to a very light emulsion. I don't want to blend it a whole lot. Just because I know that titanium dioxide is going to act up. It is just going to act up. So, I think that's probably pretty good. If I need to blend any more, I'll just pull this back out. Alright, so let's break off a little bit here. So actually, you know, I want to put the salt in here. Oop. So that's a good amount. So I'm going to go ahead and add our navy. Just plop that whole thing in there. Gosh, navy blue is just one of my favorite colors. Actually, you know what? Midnight blue, I think, is one of my favorite colors. I just like blue. You could just hand me any shade of blue and I'd be like, yep, that's for me. We've been in the process of repainting our upstairs bathroom for probably the past year because we bought like a small, like, try this out paint. And I got some bubbles in there like an idiot. And we painted like half the bathroom and then we just haven't bought more yet and we're super lazy. But literally no one goes upstairs but us. So it's like, do we really have to do it right now? Nah. So far the answer is no. Alright, I'm going to add a little bit of fragrance. Just a little bit. I love this fragrance. White sage and sea salt from Nature's Garden. If you guys haven't, please do. It's wonderful. Alright, so I'm going to add about half this salt. And I've heard that you need to be careful when mixing it because you don't want it to start melting. So this is about 1/16 right now. So I think we'll be okay. I probably should have waited, honestly. Yeah, it's starting to melt. Well, we'll give it a shot. I never claimed to be an expert. All the salt's going to go to the bottom, and I'm going to look like an idiot. And that's okay. If I wanted to look like a professional, I would have practiced first. I think that should still set up pretty fast just because of the amount of salt in there. So we'll give it like a minute. And of course this is already doing its thing, so that's wonderful. And there's Sherman, being Sherman. So we'll add the rest of our fragrance. Get all that goodness out of there. Ugh. It smells so darn good. Get this all mixed in. Don't go too hard. Yeah, all that salt's just gonna sit in the bottom. I know it. So the thing about salt bars is they're great for exfoliation, pretty much any reason you would want to use them. The drawback is that they don't produce a lot of lather, because salt does inhibit lather. So don't expect a ton of bubbles. And in fact, I re-engineered my recipe to take out a lot of the, the castor oil, which would be like our bubble booster. But that's because I like a really tight, small lather. And I don't necessarily get off on the big bubbles. Like it's not as entertaining to me. Come on, bruh. Let's do things. I'll reuse this for the other one. Add our Caribbean blue. Sherman, come on, bro. Chihuahuas, am I right? I hate them. So I've been working on a new garden space in my yard, and I'm super excited about it. It's the side of our house which gets the most sunlight. It is a nice blank canvas. There's not really anything over there. It does have our air conditioner and like some meters on the house itself, like on the side. But otherwise, not really anything in the way. There's some like dead shrubs and they've had to dig them out, and it's kind of a pain in the ass. Come on. I'm so hesitant to add that titanium dioxide until this has had a chance to thicken up. Thankfully, that fragrance oil really slows things down. But anywho, so I've been going back and forth, you know, working it out, like, well, how big do I want to make it? My fiance's had some input, like, right now I have it going pretty far out, like it meets the end of a concrete pad on these side stairs. So like the widest point is like 8 feet, which I don't think is a very big deal. He thinks it's a big deal, but we're working on it. But I'm like so in love. There's a YouTuber, the YouTube channel is called Garden Answer, and this woman and her husband, her name's Laura, she's like a garden expert, and like she just shows off her beautiful garden and all the different like things that she puts in it, like all the little tips and tricks that she has. Well, that just doesn't want to thicken up at all. You know what? It'll be fine. We're going for it. We're going for it, boys. I am going to have to blend in that white just because white sucks. Alright, throw that in there. We're going for it. I'm tired of waiting. That's another thing. I'm super impatient. Anyone that knows me will say that. But anywho, yeah, Garden Answer, like, she talks so in depth about plants, and it just got me so inspired, and now I'm like, I want to be like Laura. Oop, that's gonna fall. Well, I'll have to give the other one a blend too, since we're giving this a blend. Make them match. At least a little bit. The one thing I don't like about soap making, everything moves too quickly. It's my own fault, TBH. Dump that right in there. And this is not the fragrance oil's fault. I am working at a high temperature with a 30 to, I think, a 40% water discount. And titanium dioxide, which is a known additive that impacts trace. All right. Let's see what happens. It's going to go straight through. This is going to be really obnoxious. Might look cool. We'll know more tomorrow. Oop, I don't want all of that in there. Just a little. So it looks like the salt actually like decelerated the trace pretty hard. So that's kind of cool. Never seen that happen before. So this might be a fail. This might actually turn out really cool. I'm not sure. What I am sure about is that I got these neat 1 pound molds to help with my excess soap. So, golly gee willikers. That dog, he's very, what's the word? Aggressive? It sounds bad to say about your own dog, but it's like, we rescued him from a shelter. He was going to be, well, he wasn't going to be put down. The vet at the shelter actually rescued him from being killed. Because he was going to be euthanized. But he was only like 6 months old, and they were like, no, we'll rehabilitate him, it's fine. And then we knew full well what we were getting into. We knew he had issues with it. He's so much better, though. In a lot of ways, he's actually a model dog. He loves cuddling, he likes being on the couch, sitting with you while you're watching TV. Sherman, come on, man. Chill. Just chill. But he likes to bark at pretty much everything that moves. I honestly wonder if this is going to be super cool, and I'm just like, wow, I stumbled on a new design. Even though it's not even remotely what I was going for. I really like these colors together, though. I wonder what would happen if I took my hanger tool through it. Alright, we're gonna move you over here. You're coming front and center. Oops. Ugh, so now the neighborhood dogs are going at it. We love that. Oh wow, that white and blue soap has like completely solidified. There is no getting in there. Well, James, you're a friggin' genius. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna clean up, and then we're gonna pray that it's okay. What I am going to do is I'm going to try and see if I can't... Okay, yeah, there's really not much texturing that can happen. I mean, it's already pretty textury. I'll just pull out a fork and see what I can do. Our hands are our best tools. Never let anyone tell you different. When in doubt, get in there with your hands. I actually really dig this color combo. Even if I don't screw it up, or even if I do screw it up, I'm doing this again. Remix! Alright, so let's see what we can do with a fork. I love it, I love it. Way too many paper towels. Sometimes you grab one and the whole roll comes off in your hand. I also didn't know how much soap that thing held, so I had put in I made a lot of soap. Clearly I made 3 pounds of soap. Because this is full. In fact, I love this too. Let's go at it with a fork. Okay, we're going to push this over to the side. Get rid of my hanger tool. That's over there. See, that looks good. And then we'll just grab some pink sea salt and just salt it up. So I'm not happy about the bowing that's going on in this soap. So we've got our sea salt. What we're gonna do is and then put on more than you think you're gonna need and just press it in. And whatever doesn't stick is going to fall off, but that's fine. But just press it in really nicely. Alright, that's that. Press it in. I'm really curious what's going on inside this soap right now. And then that salt that's inside the blue soap, the navy blue soap, that is going to discolor a little bit. So as the salt is caught up in the whole process and gets in touch with the water and the soap, it's going to leave little white spots inside. And that's totally normal. Don't even let it freak you out. Okay, well, piece number 1, that's just the Caribbean blue mica and titanium dioxide, and that is already hard as a rock. And then number 2, soap fail. So this has the navy blue, the Caribbean blue, and the white, and they have their beautiful sea salt on top. I'm going to keep pressing this in. I want it off the edge there. So as you know, I'm going to be back tomorrow to cut this and then show you the end result. And we'll just have to see what's in there. I'm not going to keep fiddling with it. It's just going to make it worse. Anyway, Thank you so much for watching this. I know it was kind of a weird video, clearly. But if you like the content, let me know. If there's something you want me to try, let me know. I would love to know if you have any challenges for me. Or if you have like fun things you want me to try. I'm excited. I'm actually going to start doing some winter soaps very soon just to get a jump on it. I've been so bad ever since I started soap making with seasonal work that I'm trying to get like a super duper head start. So I have a couple of samples from Rustic Essentials that I'm going to do in a holiday theme. Rather, not a holiday theme, a seasonal theme. And then we'll see how those turn out. It'll be really exciting regardless. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you here for the next video. Have a great night.